Okay, so here we are again. We're back at Tom's house. And before we move into the basement project, I just wanted to come back over here and show everybody the last two projects that we recorded. And the first one was this beautiful fireplace enclosure that just wasn't there before. It was just a bare wall. And Tom said, gee, it'd be nice to have an electric fireplace here, but I can't put it into the wall. I'll build myself out a nice enclosure, which he did, and he put shiplap on it, and it's just beautiful. And then he went and he put some, some baseboard and shoe molding around the bottom of it. And then to top it all off, he said, you know what I'm going to do next? I'm going to go around and put crown molding up. And that was our second video, which if you haven't gone and seen that one, you should turn around and go back and check these two videos out. The first one about the fireplace enclosure and the second one about putting up crown molding. So that's, but yeah, that's just gorgeous. That just came out so good. So that's where our channel has gotten to so far. Video number 1 was the fireplace. Video number 2 is the crown molding. And now Tom has decided that he's bored. Got to do something else. So he's going to refinish his basement. Going to put a couple bedrooms up down there. I think there's plumbing in place for a little bathroom of some sort. And it's a good sized basement, so it's going to be a lot of work. And that's what the next video is going to be all about. So let's go ahead down there and take a look at it. And we'll do a before walk around to show you what that basement's all about and what he's going to be tackling. And now wait, here he is.
Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Lenny.
You ready to show us the basement? And
Ready.
Have you got some thoughts in mind of what you're going to do down there?
Lots of thoughts, lots of issues to resolve.
Okay.
Should be a good planning day.
Let's head down there and we'll check it out. Well, all right, so here we are now in the basement. Wow, it's a lot of basement. Of course, they moved in a few months ago, so there's still a lot of, a lot of storage and whatnot going on. And oh, look, there's more. There's more over here. Oh, okay, he's got like a shop set up over there. Wow, this is huge. A lot of square footage down here. So what are you going to do down here, Tom?
Well, I'm going to finish it.
Okay.
My plan all along was to finish this before we moved in. So, I mean, I've done it in every basement, in every house I've been in. So this is no exception.
How many basements do you think you've done?
For myself, I think I've done 9.
Wow.
And I've done some for other people, for friends and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, barter works.
Okay.
Good. Goes a long way, and I hate outside work, so I did somebody's inside work. He did my outside work.
Ah, okay. All right.
Well,
Perfect. Perfect.
So anyway, this basement, we originally asked for the rough in, which is right here for the bathroom, to be over in this area.
I'm going to back up over here.
So what I really wanted to do was have a fairly large bathroom with a walk-in shower. Kind of like
Okay. It was supposed to be where you're standing,
supposed to be where I'm standing.
but instead it's
Not
over.
my 12 bathroom.
It's over here.
It said that is the standard builder's bathroom.
This right here.
Yeah.
And what are these two pipes sticking out of?
Here you got a toilet,
Okay.
a vanity, and a
Okay.
shower.
Oh, and a
And
shower.
you got a few feet left over here and there.
Oh.
I've been just working on this because there are rules you have to follow when you do a basement bathroom, any bathroom actually. For instance, from the center of the toilet to the walls, has to be at least 15 inches on each side. Just
From the center
code.
to the left or right of the toilet.
Right. Correct. You have to have
Okay.
arm room, okay?
Right.
Elbow room here.
So looking at this then, your toilet would have to be facing in that direction in order for you to have enough room to go either side of it and put a vanity right next to it here.
And put a vanity that right.
Okay.
That's one challenge, okay?
Okay.
The second challenge is that the way I originally intended the bathroom was to have a water closet, okay? And I still want to have a water closet. So that
Now
means
let's be clear, just in case we've got some folks out there who don't use that term on a regular basis. What's the difference between a water closet and a bathroom?
well, the water closet is just a toilet for the most part, sometimes a vanity.
Okay.
It's got a door.
And it's got a
So
door.
you can close that off, take a shower at the same time somebody else.
Somebody else. Okay. I
The
got
idea
you.
is to be able to make it
A little more private.
usable by more private, and usable by more than one
Okay.
person. Okay?
Gotcha.
So
At a time.
I've kind of figured out what I'm going to do here, and I'm going to turn the toilet from their orientation to my orientation.
Does that get you your 15 inches
It
to
gets
the?
me 15 inches on either side. It's
Okay.
kind of encroaching on this, but
You mean you're going
the
to
way it
get
is.
the outside wall will get pretty close to your furnace setup here?
it will be basically where it is right here.
Oh, okay.
Right, that
Okay.
whole board is kind of like the
Oh, all right.
wall, if you will.
Okay.
And it'll pretty much end up right in this post.
And I know that one of the things you would have to take into consideration would be any service needs.
No
of your,
service on this side.
okay. Okay.
Service
Perfect.
side, the code in this area requires you to have sufficient space in front, sufficient space where any controls are. So
Okay.
like here where the outlet is and stuff. And
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Other than that, there are no.
Okay.
I mean, you can always, if you're gonna, the only thing you're gonna do with from this side is take it out. And you can take it out from the other side.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to put a vanity here, and it's going to face this way. There'll be a door on this side.
By
No.
you say face this way, you mean the opposite of the direction you're standing.
No, it's going to face this way.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because this is going to be a water closet.
That's right. That's going to be a water closet. That'll be
Okay.
a toilet. This will
I
be a
got you.
vanity.
I got you.
Now I have to have a small vanity because I don't have sufficient space. You need 21 inches in front of the toilet by code in this area, and you need a certain amount on the vanity too.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
going to have probably a 12 or 16 inch deep vanity so that it will fit in the water closet.
Okay.
And that's only used for people that are using the water closet.
Yeah.
We'll have another double vanity outside for
Okay.
the rest of the
Okay.
population, so to speak.
Okay.
So the idea is to put a bathroom here, have an entrance from here, an entrance to the water closet here.
Okay.
From the shower will come back this way.
Okay.
And that's another issue because it's kind of tight to the thing. If I put the toilet as they did, the space would have come all the way out to here in front of the toilet. So you would have basically be, the shower be kind of like blocked, so to speak, by the space in the toilet.
Do you ever
Even though
think
could
of maybe
walk there.
putting the toilet in the shower and kill two
No.
birds with one stone?
No.
I'm
No,
kidding.
well-
I'm kidding.
Well,
That was,
good. Okay.
gee whiz, that one.
I don't know well. A lot of people put a shower in a wet room, which might have a toilet in it. So, don't think that that's not been thought of before.
So here's your toilet again, right here, right? And
Toilet and my vanity.
it's going to be facing in that direction.
It'll be facing this direction.
Oh, it'll be facing in that
Facing me,
direction.
right.
Okay. And this will be the wall behind it?
That'll be the wall behind it.
Okay, so then this whole area is going to be kind of like L-shaped then, because it's going to
Well-
come out and then go around the shower
Yes,
over here?
There'll be a wall coming out this way in front that the
Gotcha.
shower will come off this. But keep in
Okay.
mind now, instead of coming all the way out to here, it now only comes out to here. So it kind of opens up the opening to the shower. Because the shower, I'm restricted on where I put it without.
Gotcha. I got it.
And that has to have a
Okay.
trap on it, so it kind of makes
Okay.
it a little bit tougher.
All right.
All right, and in here, probably I'll put some type of wash tub for clean brushes.
Oh,
paintbrushes,
all
stuff
right.
like that.
Okay.
Okay, and
Yeah.
then we'll put a double vanity out here. So we'll end up with kind of a significantly large bathroom. So
Oh,
it'll
okay.
be you know, you can put a drying rack for towels and stuff like that.
Oh,
There'll be a lot of
okay.
extra space.
Yeah. Now, will you be putting any kind of a washer dryer down here or no? Okay. You're not gonna have anybody living down here. This will just be guests.
This is for when family comes to
Yeah,
visit
yeah.
with
Gotcha.
kids.
Gotcha.
You know, larger family,
Yep.
need more space.
Gotcha.
So that's what this is.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is put a door in here from the bedroom. This will be the first bedroom, the
Oh.
master.
Okay.
But that will be sort of like an ensuite. When you shut the door over there, then you have it all to yourself.
Okay.
Okay, that's the
Gotcha.
idea.
Gotcha.
And then a follow on, this bedroom will go way down to here. And then this is an egress window, which is required by code around here
Okay.
for fire safety.
Yes.
And I'll probably make this a hallway all the way to
Ah.
the center line
Okay.
so that it's very accessible and you don't have to
Gotcha.
walk around things or open doors or do anything other than
So there'll be a bedroom to the right side.
bedroom, you know, to the right side will be all bedroom up to the bathroom.
All of the bedroom and up to the bathroom,
Up to
as
the
you
bathroom.
say, with a door leading into the bathroom. So like it's an ensuite type of master
Correct.
bedroom thing. And then you'll have another bedroom to the left.
We'll have a bedroom to the left going as far as about here.
Okay.
And I'll explain that in a minute, and then the rest will be storage.
Oh. Oh.
So this bedroom
Okay.
will be obviously a lot smaller
Sure.
than that one, but that one will be
Okay.
good size.
All right.
And part of the thinking here, there's a couple things you got to think about. One is the posts, okay?
All
Where
right.
you put your walls. Do you want these, you know, encased within a room, or do you want to try to make them part of the wall, which is very doable? I like to make them part of the wall where I can.
When you can. Yeah.
When I can, yes. The other thing is that they put 3 heating vents in here. One up here,
Right. Heating.
one over there, and one over there. And like, for as luck would have it, we
Oh.
will have one heating vent in each bedroom, okay? And then one heating vent out for the big area.
Ah.
So the idea is
okay.
to make this as comfortable a space as possible for people to be able to stay here for a couple of days.
Now, there's a heating vent, but don't the rooms also need to provide a return?
No,
No?
not in the basement.
Not in the basement? Oh, okay.
Basement itself is basically a return. Functions as a return.
Oh, all right. Okay. Did not know that. Did not know that. Okay. Yeah, for you folks, viewers who might not be acquainted or familiar with it, in a closed air conditioning system, you have to have air that returns itself to your system, as well as the system then cooling it or heating it and providing it back to the house. And so most rooms upstairs will have both, right?
Most houses today are built with one return per floor.
Really?
Yep. No more separate returns for
Oh, I'll
every
be darned. See, I have an older house and it's
Yeah.
got a return in every room.
Every room.
I'll
right?
be
They
darned.
stopped doing that 10, 15 years ago.
No kidding.
Now they just do one larger return. Ours is in the family room for the first floor.
Evidently, they proved to themselves it's not necessary and it's less money to build, right? Less cost.
It's basically for airflow.
Uh-huh.
And the only time you don't really have airflow with a single one is when doors are closed. I mean, if you have a bedroom door that's closed all the time, you're not going to get the airflow in there that you might want
Without its own return.
without its own return.
Gotcha.
But for the most part, you just
Sure.
let the air
I'll be
flow
darned.
and open the doors,
Yeah.
let the air go
Okay.
through.
And so your entire basement here acts as a return.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Neat. All right. So I'm getting it. I'm standing in one bedroom that'll only go to about here or so, because then you're going to have storage. And then you'll have this open area here in front of your egress window, because you can't close that off.
Right. This will be from basically this post and over to about here. It's like 4
Oh,
to 4
right.
It'll just be a walkway.
Right.
Actually, it'll be doors into the bedroom.
I was
there
just going to ask you, so here's where the doors to the bedrooms will be.
will be.
on-
And that kind of is good because now you're really close to the
Yeah.
egress. And, you know, if it's smoky and dark, you don't have to try to figure out where you are.
Now, you're going to be finishing this other side as well, but this will be all be open area here?
This will be an open space.
Okay.
I'll probably do something up there with the refrigerator, put a microwave,
Okay.
maybe a cabinet or two.
All right.
That's pretty much it.
And where's my pool table go? Is that going to be in here?
Pool table is going in your basement.
But from here anyway,
Well, tell you what, your job, you convince Susan that a pool table should
all
be
right,
done.
I'll work on that. So then from this vantage point, Now, are you saying that the bedrooms will come up to this post?
They'll pretty much go up to the post. I'm going to try to make the post, at this post and that post, part of the wall.
Okay, okay.
Okay? It kind of depends because when you look at this, if this comes out this way and I go that way, this won't be part of anything. It would just be a corner, so to speak.
That's,
It
that's,
depends on, the exact measurements because
It
this
looks-
is really tight.
it looks to me,
I'm not sure I can do it, but
yeah, it looks to me like it's actually inside the window. So,
Yes.
yeah, I'm not sure if it is or not, but depends on where you
but
stand.
those are the things when you get down the nitty gritty
Yeah,
and you're planning this, you got to kind of, get your ruler out and
Right,
go down to the
right.
1/8 of an inch sometimes. So,
so, all right, so this will all be open, and you'll probably put another TV down here and a card table and some, some chairs and another sofa and
it'll
all
be
that.
living area.
A living area like that, yeah, okay.
I put a table, the kids come, they want place to set the computers and stuff.
Yeah, there you go, there you
Children
go.
want place to play.
And you can put a hard cover on top of a pool table, and it can act as a place to put your computers and stuff.
And you can convince Susan. I've had a pool table since I was 7 years old.
I know, I've heard you're very good.
Up until 2012?
Yeah,
No, 2012. And, I've always had one that kind of upgraded as
Yeah,
it got older
yeah.
and stuff like that. So I wouldn't mind a pool table. I wouldn't mind a ping pong table. And I wouldn't mind a
foosball.
shuffleboard.
A what?
Shuffleboard.
Oh, okay, okay.
Shuffleboard table.
Now, I'm going to go talk about something else here, and you and I kind of mentioned this briefly before. So let's walk over here to your door. So, and maybe this isn't an issue, but for somebody like me who's never done this before, I got to ask.
It is an issue.
So I'm going to, you walk up the stairs, then you take that hard left, and then it goes right around this other angle up here. So, you got to get materials down here, and eventually you're going to have to get wallboard down here.
Right. So what I will do, there was one thing I want to do is take part of this wall out and replace it with spindles. Does not look like I can do that. I have to have a post here because of the way they framed this particular house up.
Okay.
It does not have a beam going all the way across to there. Therefore, you have to do something to support this wall.
Gotcha.
What I will do is take the wallboard down,
Okay.
and then I'll be able to just kind of make that turn and send them.
Oh,
send them
okay.
through
Okay.
again then.
So this
It's not going to be easy.
wall that I'm
I'll
looking
hire
at
somebody
here,
to do it.
you'll be taking out the
I'm
wallboard.
going to take
there.
off probably, maybe from about there back. We have
Okay.
an outlet there, so I don't want to go from
Okay.
there back. And when I put it back up, I'll probably put a wall in here and a door going into this area.
Okay.
It would be like a pantry
Oh,
or sitting area too, a little bit of everything.
so there's another factor that you have to take into consideration, because Tom's basement, I didn't go through this in detail. It's not a walkout.
It's not a walkout.
So all the material's got to come through the house to get down here, unless, I don't know, could you get any
Yeah,
down?
well, the builder said, "Can you take them down?" I mean, I would have thought he would know, but he asked me. And I said, I'm not so sure. It's kind of awkward because it requires more people in that case, because you have to have somebody catching them, so to speak.
So to speak,
Like down
yeah.
here, I have to come down up and down the ladder each time you get
Right,
a piece of sheetrock. So
right.
I'm not sure that's going to work. The lumber is not an issue because it's only 8-foot ceilings, so for the most part, 8 feet will be the length.
Okay.
And I brought 16s down in the molding, so
Okay.
they come down all right. So.
All right, good.
Now, the other thing that's kind of interesting about this, that, these are the issues you have to deal with. This wall can be taken out and I can put a door in.
Okay.
However, I got to worry about a little bit of stuff like the emergency shut off for the gas. The heater is down here. So I have
Oh,
to
okay.
take care of that.
Okay.
The other thing too is that I'd have to put a header in here because there is a beam that comes across
Okay.
here. So
Wow.
it's not something that might work out for me. I may want to end up just leaving the door or leaving an opening and coming in here and having a door in that goes that way. So just open a door, let you
Gotcha.
go that way. So
Gotcha.
it's kind of like a little bit of a hodgepodge, but it's the best result for what I want out of my basement.
Now, you're gonna keep your shop back here, right?
I'm gonna keep my shop back there.
So,
Everything that's in there needs to be able to come out.
exactly. So that's,
There's nothing that's very large. The shelves obviously all break down into small pieces. The workbench, although it looks massive, it's just pieces of wood screwed together with legs on it, so that
Okay.
comes apart. The only thing that doesn't come apart so much is the table saw, and it does fit through most of the openings here, so I don't think that will be an issue.
but what is this gigantic thing I'm looking at here?
That's actually the front of the house, the door, front door.
Oh, okay.
Front door is recessed in
All right.
so that you get out of the rain. That's
So
right there.
where does the new, cause that's not moving, that's staying there,
That's
right?
it.
So where do you visualize the last wall coming to?
Well, the wall will come, there'll be a back wall to the shower. And it'll probably come like in here somewhere.
Okay,
So it'll probably be a foot or two opening here where you can actually get around it. I'm gonna have a vanity there and I need to run the drain from the vanity all the way around to this pipe.
wow.
So it's not, and it's not too long a distance, but it's just you gotta have a place to do it. You can't do it.
So,
I don't wanna do it in the wall.
all right. So what kinds of things would you, cause I mean, you're gonna go and finish that, right? Your
No,
shop?
that will stay there.
Oh, so none
No,
of
no
that's,
sense in doing that. Too many pipes, too many.
okay, that's,
you know,
that's cool.
That would be a total waste of time because, I vacuum it out when I'm
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
It doesn't need to be.
So your
finished.
only considerations then are, should you ever want to sell any of that stuff or move again, can I get all of that stuff out?
Right.
Or have I boxed myself in by my bathroom and everything else I've built? Or and then the projects you might do down here. You might come down here and work on something, and then when you're done with it and you want to bring it to wherever it's going to go roost, can you physically get it out of there and up the stairs or out the egress window or what in order to
At
have?
my age, most of the stuff you build in the place you want it in because you don't want to move it
Okay,
later. So
okay.
that's what I found. I mean, even things
All
that I
right.
assemble furniture and stuff like that, I do it right where it's going to go. I
Well,
don't try
then,
to carry it
if
around.
that's the case,
table saw's the only thing.
you don't really need any of this down here, and we could put the pool table here.
Yeah, you could. Again, you'd have to move all this stuff to your basement. And give me a key.
All right.
But it would work. It could work. Anyway, so that's
So-
the basement project. You can see that the ceiling, the builder does the ceiling and tapes and everything.
Uh-huh.
So that gives me the opportunity to retape it, make it look smooth.
Okay.
So if you got a finished ceiling in your basement, which most code requires now,
Oh, yeah?
it's a real pain in the butt because you got to fix it all up.
Oh.
They do more damage than they do good.
Because,
But they're only finishing for fire code. They're not looking at us
right.
aesthetics and that.
Exactly. So, I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I do see, as you pointed out to me, that it's a little rough in
It's
some
a little
spots.
rough. A little rough.
It's not ready for paint, that's for sure.
No.
Okay. So, yeah, it's hard to call that. Why my camera doesn't want to focus all of a sudden? It does this every now and again. There we go. Yeah, so it's hard to call that a finished ceiling. Like you say, there's a lot of work required to bring that up to the state you want it to be in.
Right. To be able to paint it, it
Yeah.
has a bit of work to do.
So I just want to run back here for a little bit. One more second. I'm trying to get some before and afters. So, and of course, from the angle I'm sitting right now, I won't be able to come take an after picture from here
Nope.
because the bathroom will block it.
Okay.
But you can see
There'll
the
be
two,
walls. On this side, it'll be walls going all the way down, so you
Right.
won't be able to do much of anything.
right? And so to come over here then is kind of a better angle because I'll be able to take this picture.
Yes.
And
This
yeah,
will be a wall again, so
yeah,
wall on the door.
yeah.
But you'll get the idea.
Oh my goodness! So this is, I mean, we followed you along, the viewers and I followed you along on your fireplace enclosure and your crown molding, but this to me just impresses me as being a huge project that's going to take a long time.
By if you're comparing it to the fireplace enclosure, yes, absolutely. Some of it, the difference between this and that is you do this, you do the framing, you do the electric, you do the plumbing, which I'm going to do first because I want to get the tub, laundry tub put in, so I can use that to clean my paintbrushes.
Ah, okay.
And then, so
Smart.
you do one thing at a time till it's completed for the most part. And then you do the finishing stuff, like putting the vanities in
Yeah.
and things like that. So the framing is probably the longest by far. Electric goes pretty quickly. The plumbing, there's not that much of it, so
Okay.
it will go pretty quickly.
Now, in the enclosure, fireplace enclosure project, we saw where you had sketched some things out. Have you got any sketches yet?
I've got some sketches yet. They're far from finalized.
Okay.
Part of the thing too, you gotta always be looking at the code,
Sure.
if you're gonna build it by the code.
Right.
For instance, at one point, I wanted to take and put a sub panel, electric sub panel in here,
Right.
so I could run my own lines and be done, and only have to run one number 6 line over to here and then be done. Well, it turns out you need a permit for that. Now,
Okay.
to get the permit means I can't start anything until I get that permit. So what I'm going to do is, while I'm doing that, is continue with my figuring out, maybe even building. I'll screw everything initially
Okay.
until I'm sure that everything is doable the way I've done it.
Okay.
And if they come in and say, I don't like what you've done, I'll unscrew it and take it apart.
And I think, Tom, you would advise anybody doing a home project to always try to get it built to code.
Absolutely get built to code. Get a permit if they have permits in your area. Even nobody uses them or anything like that. What happens is when you sell that house and somebody comes along and they get electrocuted for some reason and you don't have a permit, there's a liability issue.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that you get sued or anything, but it's a possibility.
Okay.
So the permit, mine will cost probably nearly $1,000. It includes the permit, them looking over everything that are in my plans, and then they'll come in, they'll inspect the electrical, they'll inspect the plumbing, they'll inspect the framing, they'll inspect things like fire blocking, which are wood pieces in the walls to keep the fire from moving up.
Oh, okay.
So there's lots of things that if you take a look at them, see what the rules are, follow the rules. Following the rules means getting a permit. And I know a lot of people that say don't need a permit. The guy next to me put in a patio in the last house and didn't need a permit. And then when it was on my property, he had to go get a permit and pull it up. So I know Susan knows a person who finished the basement, no permit, sold the house, had to rip it out.
Wow.
Now, it depends on your jurisdiction whether or not they're that tight.
Right.
Some of them just don't have the time to do it.
Right.
I'd rather be safe than
Sure.
sorry.
Sure. So, and the permit is the right way to do that, but there, like my son-in-law lives in an area where they don't require permits for anything. It's almost like the Wild West.
Right.
But I'm sure that there are still some building codes that even if they don't require it, he should look at some from a neighboring community and build whatever he's going to do.
There's a national code. Built to the national code.
Okay.
Then beyond that, there may be local codes that you have to follow too. But for the most part, it's a national code. If you adhere to that, you're golden. But it's protecting yourself and it's protecting the job that you do.
Yeah, sure.
So,
All right.
and you have somebody come in and do it, a contractor, they'll say, you don't need a permit because it slows the process down.
Yeah, right.
At least slow down.
Now, the fireplace enclosure, though, something like that wouldn't require that.
No. If it were a gas fireplace, it would.
Okay. How about, and certainly crown molding is just decorative stuff, so that doesn't require
Cosmetic things don't need it.
Okay.
Structural things, plumbing, electric,
Okay.
supposedly need it all. If you put an outlet in,
Gotcha.
yeah, it's not a big deal.
Now, speaking of plumbing, these things sitting out of the floor right here, that's not your water source, correct?
No, these are
Those are drains.
These are the drains.
Gotcha.
Each of these, and they may be interconnected, I don't know, go into this tank.
Oh, okay.
I've ordered a pump that goes in the tank. The pump will have a pipe that goes to the discharge here, to the sewer system.
Oh, okay.
And then there's another pipe right here that is a vent, so it's cycling air into the tank.
Okay. Well, where does the water come from?
All right, that's where it goes to. The water will come from here. I don't know, a lot of people probably haven't seen these. This is a manifold.
Right.
And if you're familiar with cars and you're familiar with a manifold, that's exactly what this is. Each individual line goes somewhere, hot and cold. Okay, hot, cold. And, like, for instance, this is a rear hose bib. Okay, so it's a cold water line, goes all the way to the rear hose bib.
Wow.
Okay, and it doesn't share it with anything. Likewise, all of these are individual ones.
I'm looking at it, and it looks like the manifold is all occupied except for 4.
2 and 2.
Aha!
And there's a difference between hot and cold.
I see that.
You got to make sure you get them right. So I've got hot and cold. What we'll do is put it in there, probably both of them for each one, so that I'm not drawing all the water. So like I'll probably maybe do the shower separately from the rest of them. A toilet doesn't make any difference whatsoever. Vanities don't really make a difference. You're not running a lot of water. Shower is the one place where you're running more water, so it's nicer to have it more individually controlled. The other advantage of this, which might not make sense, but when you think about it, if you have a problem, let's suppose you have a toilet just breaks and spewing water all over it. You turn off that toilet, but it's not working either. You come down here, turn it off. The only thing that's off is your toilet.
Fantastic.
Everything else is still on.
My daughter-in-law, my
Rear
daughter and
hose
son-in-law,
bibs are important.
they have this. This must be the way it's being done in new homes now.
It's a way more expensive way to do it,
Okay.
but it's also, in my opinion, way better.
Yeah.
And it's more energy efficient too, because you're not filling up all your pipes with hot water.
Yeah.
You're filling up one pipe with hot water.
It's the thing you just described, where if there was a leak, these are like circuit breakers. You can come down here and turn the water off for just that
Right.
one thing.
That one circuit. Yep.
How about
One water
that?
circuit.
What a great idea.
Yeah.
And it looks like this is all non-rusting material.
It's all PEX.
Gotcha.
PEX is the new, and I don't know of anybody that uses anything else.
Gotcha.
Used to have copper. And
Right.
Copper was around for 1,000 years.
Yeah, seems like.
Not quite. Copper has own issues because it would technically corrode on the inside and eventually get pinholes and leak and everything like
okay.
that. You had to sweat the joints.
Yes. Yes.
Not easier. Some people burnt down things, sweating joints.
Wow.
for
Sure.
Then they came out with PVC and CPVC. Now these are PVC.
I was going to say, yeah.
So that's still in use.
Okay.
Because it's not carrying water. Okay?
What is it carrying?
Carrying whatever. This is discharge for the sump pump.
Oh, okay.
So whatever goes in the sump pump goes up there.
All right. So it does carry water, right?
If that's what it does. I mean, some of them carry air.
Oh, all right. Okay.
They're vent pipes, so they carry air.
Gotcha.
So, but those don't make much difference. The water, you don't want to be, drinking water or washing in water that's dirty or
Sure.
whatever. So these are a PEX pipe, which doesn't
Degrade?
degrade. It doesn't pick up materials. It's whatever ASA, California code compliant, all those. The other good thing about these is they come in 100-foot rolls. Actually, I think you can get them in like 250-foot rolls.
Wow.
So you can take one piece of pipe and take it all the way to the end of the house.
Wow.
Whereas copper is limited to the length. I mean, it doesn't come in
Gotcha.
100-foot lengths.
You're constantly sweating it together and
Right. Same with CPVC. They usually come up to 10 feet, 12 feet because it's a rigid pipe. And every turn has to be 90 or 45 or
Right.
something. Yes. These bend.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
bend them up where you want them and
Yeah.
run them around, run down their walls.
Terrific
Back into
idea.
place.
Terrific.
They work real good.
So that's where you're going to get your water from.
That's where the water source will be for the bathroom.
So it looks like I got 2 big lines coming into this thing.
Yep, those
Cold-
are supply lines.
Cold coming in and hot going. No, yeah, well, no, that's got to be hot water coming in from your hot water heater, that
Right.
big red one.
It comes from here.
And then it
Yeah.
comes down into this manifold and goes out. The hot water goes out on the red ones and the cold water goes out on the blue ones.
Correct.
Neat. Well, that's handy.
Yeah.
That's handy.
And the only other thing I'll mention that we don't have in this house. We've got a standard hot water heater.
Yep.
If you can get tankless,
Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, tankless water heater is about maybe a box about yay high.
Right.
It only produces hot water on demand,
Okay.
as opposed to heating 75 gallons or however much.
And trying to keep it hot.
Right, and trying to keep it hot. So periodically has to turn on the heat.
Yeah,
Heat the
right.
water that's not that hot.
Sure. Now,
And
can a
the
tankless?
is almost instantaneous.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, we had a gas fire one.
Okay.
Very.
But
very
it
quick.
keeps up with the volume demand of a household with a lot of people taking showers and all?
Yes,
Yeah?
it depends on what size you get too.
Okay,
There are
okay.
sizes.
That's good to
Just
know.
want to make sure you get one big enough.
So the next time mine breaks down, because water heaters are only good for like 10 or 15 years these days, try to get a tankless one put in?
You can do tankless if you want.
All right. Interesting. Interesting. Good to know.
Now, I've only had tankless with a manifold. I don't know if it's just as efficient with a single pipe.
Yeah. I don't know why not. Well, all right. That
right.
has been informative. And you, my friend, have got a lot of work ahead of you.
I got a bit of work ahead.
And you've got
But
some
it's
planning to do.
Enjoyable work for me.
For you, yes. Tom, this is Tom's candy. This is his narcotic. If Tom is addicted to anything, it's home improvements and interior remodeling.
For sure.
if he's not doing it, he goes on, withdrawal symptoms, and we have to calm him down, hand him a hammer and a piece of wood to nail together, anything. But so that's his next thing. So here it is. This is the introduction to that next video series. This gigantic basement is going to wind up getting a lot of things done to it in order to create the 2 bedrooms and a full bath, and wow, and a place for a pool table.
And some of it, I mean, it's not going to be an exciting project because it's a lot of repetition. I mean, putting a wall up,
Yeah.
you put a wall up, put another wall up,
Right.
they're the same wall. I mean,
Right.
it doesn't really give you much. But if you look at the plumbing is a little bit different. Electric is a little bit different because you have to figure out not only where you want to run it, where your switches are, where your lights are, what the code says for lighting a room when you walk into it. Things like refrigerator needs a zone circuit. Some things need 20 amps versus 15 amps. So there's a lot of things you
Sure.
got to put in the
Sure.
mix.
Yeah.
And again, I said in the last project, plan. Well, you do this 4 or 5 times before you get it
Right.
to the point where
Right.
that's a plan that you're going to execute.
So it's good that you've done a dozen of these things in the past,
Yes.
because that's that wellspring of experience that you'll draw on again.
Right.
Do you consider this one to be par for the course, or is this more challenging than some of the ones you've done before?
It's pretty much, it's kind of towards the upper end. I
Okay.
did a basement that was 2,500 square feet,
Wow.
put a walk-in shower in it, had I call it a bar area. It was a kitchen without a stove, had 3 different sections. It was, like I said, 2,500 square feet, tray ceilings everywhere,
Wow.
molding everywhere, inside the tray, outside the tray. That was a long project.
Wow.
Long project, but
Was that for you or for somebody
that
else?
was for me.
That was for you. Wow. The
Theater
tray-
room,
Tray ceilings. Gee whiz.
ton of stuff. So
Ton
So this is kind of scaled back quite a bit, but it's there's a lot to it, but it's not anything that's really unique at all.
Okay.
So,
All right. So we're as a matter of fact, at the very beginning of March. Is today the 1st or the 2nd?
Today's the 1st.
Today's the 1st of March, 2023. So, of course, I'm going to want to follow you along here when you start doing things. When do you think you'll actually be?
I'm going to start tomorrow with some stuff.
Oh,
For
yeah?
instance, I'm going to start, as I said, I think I said earlier, I'm going to build this out. I'm going to screw everything together so that I know that everything fits as it should.
Okay.
Now, if they have some problem on the permit with it, then I'll undo it if I need to.
Gotcha.
Or redo it, however.
So you won't actually be putting it into the floor yet.
I won't put it into floor. Right?
Okay.
And the floor, what I do is I usually glue them on the bottom. And the bottom plate should always be pressure treated in the basement.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Makes sense.
So if you get through water, it's not going to rot your wood. It's going
Right.
to just go against pressure treated. And then I usually glue that, and then I have a nail gun that actually is I don't know how it's like a 40 caliber nail gun or something like that. Will nails into the concrete.
So it goes through the wood and into the concrete.
Yeah.
Wow. Now that's worth looking at or seeing. But you won't be doing that tomorrow.
I won't be doing that tomorrow because
Okay.
I want to wait until I'm sure that
Gotcha.
it's exactly as it should be.
So you're going to be screwing boards together that basically lay out the floor plan For
Exactly,
okay.
for the bathroom. Okay, just
For the bathroom. All right. Okay.
And that will help me because once I get that done,
Sure.
then I know what my tolerances are in terms of, particularly the tub. We're gonna
Absolutely.
put a tub in, because they're kids that, we've got
Gotcha.
grandkids, so.
Gotcha, grandkids,
The tub will
yeah.
be more useful
Gotcha.
than a stand-up shower, so.
This is gonna be awesome when it's done.
Yeah, it'll be nice. I mean, I always enjoy my basements. I always
Yeah.
kind of live there. Have had my office down there a few times.
Yeah.
So.
All right, Tom. Anything else
All
you
right.
want to close off with on this introductory
No,
video?
just I'm going to enjoy this.
Excellent. Well, yes, you are. I know that for a fact. All right, so we'll be catching up with you and keeping up with you as best we can. Like I said in the previous video on the fireplace, Tide and Tom wait for no man. So if I'm not here,
A couple times he came in and said, "Whoa!"
exactly. Look what he did. Yeah, so I'll try to make sure we don't miss any of the important stuff here.
Yeah.
But certainly,
I'll try to give you a heads up best I
excellent.
can. So.
Excellent. All right, Tom. Well, thank you for
Hey,
this.
By the way,
Yes.
I fixed my own hair.
Ah, oh yeah. Tom was complaining about his hair.
In the first
He
video.
said, "Look, when I was editing the last videos, he said, what can you do about editing my hair?"
So I edited it myself in a barber shop.
Awesome. All right, Tom.
All right.
Thanks.